Hello viewer, come on in and welcome to 54A. Yes, well, I couldn't resist it any longer. I've had that many people asking questions about this subject, and this is the subject. The old pencils are back, giving me nightmares. But I've cut a load of pencils up into little pieces this time, and I'm going to make a bowl slightly different to how I used to make them when I used to super glue them all together. And this is going to be more of a epoxy, setting epoxy resin. I might have to use a few more yet, but we'll see how we get on with it anyway. First off is to make the top and bottom of the bowl, and the top I just want a ring off this, about 20mm. So I'm going to go in there and in there and cut a ring off. Then I'll turn the rest down and give me the base. That's for the top, and now I'll just turn this down a bit, so I've just got a base about the same thickness as the ring for the bottom of the bowl. So I'm just going to get rid of all this waste and a little bit off here. It doesn't really matter what this looks like, it's all going. It's just a bit of tool practice. If you've got a bit of scrap, basically, you can practice your push cuts and your pull cuts and scrapes and whatever you want. Right, I've got a sheet of acetate and I've made a tube which fits really quite tight around this base, and I've used the hot glue gun, give it a good seal around the bottom and down the seams, which hopefully will stop any epoxy leaking out. And also, to save on pencils, I've made another little tube, and I'm going to pop that in the middle, and I'm going to weigh it down with these glass beads that I've got just to stop it floating. So I'll put a few of those in there. I will fill it up, and then all my little pencil bits around there. I probably haven't got enough here yet, but I could always cut some more up, and then it's a question of mixing the epoxy up, pouring it in, and then it all settle. I should then put the ring on the top. Hang on a sec. ring that I made previously out of the same block of wood. So I'll fill this all up and show you the next step. Well, that's well topped up. I only had to cut up another one packet of pencils. It's plenty deep enough now. Got enough beads in to hold the middle tube in place. So now I've got to mix the epoxy up. I don't know how much I'm going to need, so I'm going to mix not enough probably. I can always make another mixture. So I'm going to mix 250 ml to start with. And then I have to put in 5 ml of the catalyst. And they give you a handy little syringe, so you can just pop it in the little bottle. See if you move that out of the way. And get your 5 ml in the syringe. Squirt it into the resin. Put the top back on, because knowing me I'll knock it over. Do the thorough mix up. You buy the kit, you buy the actual resin, the hardener. They give you 2 of these tubs, the gloves if you need them, the syringe. I am going to need a lot more, but I'd rather mix not enough than too much and then have some left over I don't know what to do with. That should be well mixed now. Then pour it in over the pencils. That's soaking down quite nicely. You can see it glooping up the air bubbles. I'm just going to give that a couple of minutes to soak in properly and then decide how much more I want to mix up. Probably about another 100-150 ml, I think, something like that. As you can see, by putting this tube in the middle, it A, saves on a lot of epoxy resin, which will just be wasted when it gets turned away anyway, and B, saves on a lot of pencils. I want this to come just over the top of the pencil so I can set that ring, that wood ring in. Right, that's soaking down the sides nicely. Right, I'll mix some more up and see you later. Well, there you go. Managed to squish the top ring in, set it really well down into the epoxy, and I only had to mix another 100 ml of resin, so I'm quite pleased about that. I might be able to make another one. So I've got to leave that for at least 24 hours now, but that's no problem. Of course, there's something I've got to go to tomorrow anyway. What's it called again? Oh yeah, Maker Central. See you there. Actually, by the time this video goes out, it'll all be over. Bye for now. Okay, I've got it out of the acetate now. It seems to be holding together. There's a few little air bubbles in it, but we'll see what it's like when I've turned it. I've never done anything like this before, so if it fails, it fails. The main thing is to try and get a smooth transition from the wood to the actual pencils. Round it off a bit, make it more bowl-like, if you know what I mean. And I'll chuck it on the lathe and see what happens. Not too bad. Just trying to get the transition from pencils to the edge. We're getting there, but it's not quite yet. A bit more work, and then I can concentrate on thinning it down. It's funny what you come across by accident, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I was just taking this down, this shape, getting into the wood, and of course it was leaving this little ridge. And I thought, I quite like leaving that ridge there. It looks like the pencil bowl is actually sitting in this base. So I'm going to get my parting tool and just give it a nice square edge in there, and I think I'll leave it at that. the point off. I didn't want too sharp an edge. I think that'll look alright. Bit more work to do yet and inside, but it's definitely coming on. Oh well, disaster strikes. The rings come flying off. I was just minding my own business, doing a bit of hollowing, thinking how nice it was coming on, and bang, must have just caught the edge of the wood. Yeah, just there, and off it came. So I've got a bit of repair work to do. I will not give up just yet. It took a few little bits of pencil out with it as well, by the looks of it. So quite a lot of repair work, and then they've got to wait for the resin to set again. So it'll be another 24 hours before I can get this back on the lathe. But by the magic of video, I'll see you later. Right, fixed it all back on. It's 24 hours later, and so we'll try again. Just some finishing cuts to do really, and then sanding and polishing. I think the rim is very slightly off centre now. It's very difficult putting something back in exactly the same place. I'm just going to have to centralise it again. That's looking a bit better. Right, some finishing cuts. Well, you can make of that what you will. I don't like it, it's horrible. But it was a pencil project which a lot of people have asked for. Don't ever ask for me to do another one. That is my last pencil project. That's it. It's come out alright, I just don't like the thing. So that's that. In the bin, that'll probably go. Somebody will have it. Next project's going to be something a bit better. Well, hopefully a lot better. And it's going to involve this lovely piece of beech and quite a few of these little slices of stuff. Right, I'll leave you with some ideas. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this one a lot more than I did this thing. Still, there you go. I'll put a picture of the old pencil bowl up at the end. If any of you want to suffer looking at it for even longer. And I'll see you soon for the next one. Bye all.